In a village tucked beneath the shadow of an ancient forest, there lived a young woman named Phaelora. Her heart was wild and free, though she often felt the weight of loneliness. Every evening she would walk along the riverbank, singing a song that echoed through the trees, a melody so sweet it seemed to call the stars closer. One night, beneath the silver moon, as her song filled the air, a stranger emerged from the mist. His name was Kyle, a wandering minstrel with a voice like velvet and eyes that shimmered with forgotten sorrows. Drawn by the same aching loneliness, their eyes met, and the world seemed to stop. Time bent around them, as if the universe itself held its breath. They spoke for hours, sharing stories of dreams and distant lands, their hearts beating in sync, as though they had known each other for lifetimes. Each word was a thread, weaving a bond that neither could explain, but both felt deeply. By dawn, they were no longer strangers, but something closer, something fragile and breathtaking. As the days passed, they fell deeper into each other's souls, discovering the kind of love that transcends time. Their love was tender, yet fierce, like a flame that flickers but never dies. They danced beneath the stars, kissed beneath the rain, and whispered promises that felt like spells. But Kale carried a secret. He was bound to the forest, cursed to wander its paths until the moon itself faded from the sky. For centuries he had wandered, lost in the mist, never able to stay, never able to love. His time with Phaelora was borrowed, and as much as he tried to hide it, the truth clung to his heart like a ghost. One evening, as the first snow began to fall, Kyle stood by the riverbank, his eyes filled with a sorrow too deep for words. Phaelora, sensing something was wrong, ran to him, her breath visible in the cold air. She reached for him, but he stepped back, the mist swirling around his feet. "I must go," he whispered, his voice trembling. "No," Phaelora cried, her heart shattering with every word. "You can't leave. We are meant to be." Tears filled his eyes as he reached out, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "I am bound to this curse, Phaelora. I cannot stay. But know this, every moment with you has been my only truth. You are my heart, my soul, my forever." As the mist thickened, he began to fade, his touch slipping away like a dream. Phaelora fell to her knees, reaching for him, but he was already gone, leaving behind nothing but a whisper on the wind and the echoes of their love. For the rest of her days, Phaelora returned to the riverbank, singing the same haunting melody, her voice now carrying the weight of her grief. And though Kyle was gone, she could still feel him in the wind, in the stars, and in the quiet moments just before dawn. Their love, though brief, had burned brighter than the sun, a love that defied time but could not escape its cruel grasp. And as Phaelora sang, the forest would listen, and somewhere in the mist, Kale would hear her song, forever bound to the woman who had captured his heart, mind, body, and soul.